How's it going, everyone? I was about to do another video today, but then I needed to actually work a little bit on the CLI framework that I've been working to build the SSH app with Rust. So today I think I have a bit of time to actually do this work. So let's go and try to do this. Yeah, come with me. Let's do this code then. So I'm just gonna adjust myself here, and one of the things that I've done I start here is I already have this GitHub here. I create a CLI framework called Bubblers because then it's gonna be hosting the Rustable library as well. So the idea here is to the library itself to have a few things. So let's do here just a little explanation. So the CLI framework, okay, the CLI framework will hold the Rustable GUI, and then gonna allow you to configure configure the CLI, and then run commands and execute actions. That's what I wanted to do with the CLI framework. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is to start this project. So I'm gonna use cargo init, and then yeah. So now we have here. So let's go open cargo home. So you see here you have the bubblers. And yeah, so let's start working them. So inside this application here, well, one of the things I will do is to let's see, I think I have the main here already. So let's see, main, yeah. So that's the main, but then I wanted to actually create ctsrc in the source folder. I wanted to do a uh touch rs. That's going to be our main function, and then it's going to be mkdir config, and on config, this is the first file that I wanted to work. I'm going to touch a mod.rs. All right, okay, so then we're going to mod.rs. So what this guy is going to do is to allow us to create arguments and create the commands, and then the configuration of the commands and the configuration of the CLI. This will allow us to actually to define our CLI right at the beginning when you wanted to execute something. So that's what I wanted to do. And then after that, I'm gonna pull this to build the CLI itself using commands, and use the standard command, and then we can have something going. So I'm going to try to do a hello world here using this structure. So the first thing I wanted to do is a pub struct config. This is the configuration of the arguments. So the configuration of the arguments, we're going to have name, and then I'm going to have name, you're going to have help, and then we're going to have a required. So like, so see if it's required or not. So this guy's here. I don't know if I'm gonna need to have this public, but then let's let like this right now. So then now I need to create a pub struct, a command config. So the command config here, you're gonna have the name, you're gonna have the description as well. Name, the description of our command config. You're gonna have the arguments. There's gonna be a vector of the argument config. Yes, exactly. And then you're gonna have the action. So the action will be a arc function that defines the action to be taken. So like we're gonna execute the function on the action here. So we're gonna need arc. So like let's see, arc. No, arc, and then we're gonna create the function. Yes, that's the guy. Boom, 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 and then we can here. All right, so then you're gonna do the implementation of the command config. So we're gonna implement the command config, and you're gonna have they're gonna create the new function new that we're gonna be calling this to create the new command config. And then you're gonna receive these guys, and then you're gonna create the command config. Next, perfect. And yeah, so I feel like we have these guys here. So one of the things I wanted to do as well, like after you create the new command config, I wanted to be able to add an argument. So we're going to create here a pub function to add the argument. Okay, so then can do this, then gonna push that, and then can return this guy here, the self guy. So yeah, so then you can add the arguments, and yeah, you're gonna be able to execute the arguments as well. Function execute the action, because you're not gonna be able to just only to add, but you wanted to execute the action. Okay, so now we can actually create the struct for CLI config. Okay, CLI config, you're gonna have that's the main CLI. So like that's where we're gonna have the commands as well. We're gonna have the app name, and then string. Gonna have the version as well, a version of your CLI. You're gonna have the commands. You're gonna have as well a about here. So just to like have a description of of the the CLI, and then the commands gonna have these guys here. So then you can execute commands through the CLI, execute the arguments as well. So you have these guys there. Now we have to implement CLI config. So let's implement CLI config, and then this guy gonna have a new, perfect. And actually, but I wanted something like that to add the arguments as well. Let's see. So I think like if you have, just remember now, if you have like this guy, that's gonna be a guy that we can actually add. But we can do it from args here. But then we don't already have the arguments here, so we actually don't need that. So okay, so I wanted to be able to create, but I'm not sure if you wanted to create if the arguments are already there, because then you can add the arguments if you want. So that's the same thing here. So the commands is a vector of command config. Let's leave like that at the moment and see how it goes. So let's implement then the CLI config. So let's implement the CLI config. Oh, we here implement CLI config. Sorry. So then I wanted them to be able to add commands. Yeah, so that you can add command here, the same thing that we've been doing, and then you can return self. And then you can do as well the pub function commands to return the commands that you want to return. Okay, and then commands. Okay. The clone here, we're gonna need to have a derive here. So to be able to clone, we need to derive. Yes, derive clone. Perfect. Okay, let's save it and see what are the issues. No issues, but the arc here. Okay, I think we should actually use the standard sync and then the arc. It didn't say much here, but then I feel like we need to. It didn't scream anything, but I think the moment that we export these, you're gonna be able to see it. So I have the CLI config, and then we have the argument. Now you can go then to the lib, and then can do mod, maybe just mod config. I think that's the way we can do it. And then mod config, yeah. So then arg mattress. Not find type arg mattress. Okay, so pub mod config, yeah. Let's see, pub mod config. Okay, the error, we need to add the error as well. Let's see the error. Fine. Arg mattress. Mattress is not. What arg mattress is something that we had that before. It's just like okay, so instead of this, I'm gonna do string, yeah, because the same thing here, same thing here. And the same thing here. I think that's yeah, it's better. Okay. And let's see, there's another arrow somewhere. Oh yeah, here. Okay. 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 Maybe this is a string. All right. This. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Not satisfy. Require background config to implement clone. So a command config doesn't have clone. So we can do this as well. Command config here. Clone. But then there are maybe property struct and knowns. Oh, a lot of class structs and knowns here. Here. And our config as well. Let's do a clone too. I think that's it. And then matches reference string. Yeah, it has to be string here as well. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Add here. Well, I have added. Okay. And insect found. The found method could be executed. Quick fix. Insert mod config. But I did this not here. It's not here that it needs to be done. It's here. Mod config. Let's remove main RS. Let's remove main RS. Because okay, and oh, the source. I am the main. Okay, boom. Okay, we don't need that. Boom. Okay, main's gone. All right, so we have the mod, and that's it. Okay, perfect. So now we have our first configuration, and I wanted to actually now what I wanted to do is to create the build CLI, and then the build CLI will help us to actually, when we call in this on an example file, that we can actually construct our CLI and give the arguments and everything. So I think that's something we need to do. So the build CLI, it takes the CLI config, it takes the CLI config here, and then we're gonna use a construct command from the clap crate. So clap is it's a very nice library that we can pass the commands, and then you can interpret these commands on the command line. So that's what I wanted to do. So for this, I wanted to actually, now I can use clap. Actually, gonna do cargo at clap, and then we have clap added there. So this clap here is gonna help us then to actually work on the parse. So then now we're gonna do a touch build. I think maybe this. I'm gonna do this. That's fine. Okay, so now we have the build CLI. Now I'm gonna use the crate config. Yeah, config and CLI config and use clap. Use clap for the moment. So what I'm gonna do with the clap is that it's to do that. So we're gonna do, yeah. So do the put function clap command. I can import this command from clap. Then just do this now. You're gonna need arg2. So just import them first. Let's import the arguments and the command, and then you can do this return command. Perfect. So now we have the build CLI now. First thing first, let's get the CLI config from external. So like we need this to be passed to us. Yes, that's a CLI config. Perfect. So let's get a mutable app. Then we have the command, and then we're gonna create a new command based on the app name. Maybe we can get the version as well, because yeah, CLI config version and about. I think that's good. And then what we need to do first, we have to iterate the commands. So I'm gonna get the commands in CLI Config commands. Perfect. And then we're gonna get the command here. Exactly. And you can do, I think this has the about. I've done this before. So like, okay, about the description. Now that I've done with this, I've used clap before. So that's why in the command as well. It's a pretty nice and neat library. So then, yeah, so now I can do here another for, yes, arg in common args, exactly. And then can get the argument, okay, and this is gonna be the new argument, blah 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 blah, help, and then boom, required, okay, all right. So and then this always gonna be wrong because we don't have these guys here, name. I have to do this as well. I have to get these guys. So command dot arg, gonna pass the argument. All right, and then I get the app. Actually, in here, I'm gonna get the app subcommand, app sub command, then I add the argument and return app. That's the build CLI. Now, I know it's gonna be bad, so like let's do mod build CLI. See what's the issues. Okay, so it's not satisfying following string. Yes. Okay, requirements to implementing the structure. So I might gonna need then to pass actually a static lifetime, so we can do, so then the CLI gonna leave in the whole process, I think. So what I need to do is on CLI config. Yeah, maybe, yes, CLI config. I can pass here static. So yeah, this is static guy, and then this you can pass static str, and then I need this static str. I need to implement here as well. I have to indicate a static lifetime. I think it's just here. No. I know here you could just pass this, and then you could just pass this. Yes. And I have a name you're waiting for the static string. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Yes. The same for version. Let's go to version then. Let's do the same for everyone here. What's going on here? It's never used. Okay, so it's never used, but I would need static. Okay, let's just do this. Just pass this to the guys. Okay, and the common config. Oh, it's never used because I have to do this here as a static as well. Perfect. Then I can just do this guy, because then the idea on the static is to actually I'm gonna say pass these guys here. What's this? Missing lifetime specifier. But I passed in this lifetime already. Maybe I can just use self here. I think using self here is better, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Execute lifetime, but one lifetime argument was supplied. Expect 0 lifetime arguments. So define 0 lifetime parameters. Maybe you can just pass now to add a command. You just pass command here. there's going to be a command config because we haven't specified yet command config as static. That's why what I'm doing here is wrong. So I have to go to command config and boom, static. Yeah, boom. It's never used. Okay, yeah, I need to fix that. Commands. I don't want to pass commands here. I just want to have a back new here. I think that's better. Okay. Then we can add here push. Don't need to do that. Just command. It's fine. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, I have some issues now that I have to fix. But let's just see. Yeah, the version about see now because it's static, it's gonna be through the lifetime of the application, and we need that because that's our configuration of the CLI. So it needs to live long enough. Uh, so let's do the same thing for the other guy. So the command config here, CLI config should be working properly there. Don't know why. Why CLI config is not working as expected. Okay. Okay. So let's go to command config, implemented this guy, and then we're gonna pass static strings to our strings here. So yeah, string, static string. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Our config we can do here as well, maybe, and then we can do this guy properly instead. So like we can do instead of all of this, don't need the result to do box error. Send plus sync, but then you can send plus static here, I think. And then then we use that guy. Okay. Now we need to implement the command config the same way that we did before. And then that static here. Perfect. Then name here. Exactly. Yes. And description as well. Okay. An action. Can add here static too. Okay. Now, yeah, the command config here, I'm gonna use self. Perfect. Okay, so what this add argument here is complaining. Maybe we don't need to push this like that. So maybe to push the argument, because then you can just create an argument outside here. Then can arg config, yes. Then we can just push the arg. Done. Yes. So what's complaining here? Expected, but found mute command config. Okay. Can do then an okay here. Can be right? No. Or maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. Fine. Yeah. And be like this. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so mod is working. So build CLI. Okay, so now we need just the name, I think. Name it commits private. So okay, so let's go back there. Okay, pub. Let's see. Yeah, description is private too. So let's do description. Boom. And then you can do command args as well. Like this. But then access private Sorry, the guys here. So now just this guy here we need also exist curly parentheses. Okay, this CLI met args also exist. So now what I need to do here is to improve this guy. Oh, no, it's not private. Just did. What? Enter commands. Okay, edit commands. Mm, this guy was wrong. Need to do this. Yeah, now it's command config. Exactly, that's what I wanted. And then command new about. Oh, I see here. I see. Okay, so now this guy now. This guy. And this guy. Yes. Name it's private. So line now config now is private. So we need to do public here. Public. Public. And then public as well. And we need to remove this guy. And this guy too. Okay. And then the sub command, it's gonna be command. Let's see all the issues. Okay, so can I move it behind the shared reference? Oh, because I have as type string, which not implement copy trait. Okay. Let's move this guy then, just for the moment. Let's see. Okay, it's working. Build CLI is working. Not working. It's actually exported. So now we're gonna create the example file where we can work this guy. So mkdir examples, do the examples, and then I'm gonna touch hello world example. Now we can work with this guy here. Boom, 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 boom. Hello world example. And then here we're gonna use bubblers. And then we can get that. I don't know if I can get all of those. And no. I can do bubblers, I can do CLI builder. Build CLI. Build CLI? Oh, no. What's the name I did on the library? It's build CLI. Okay, build CLI. Okay. And then I can do config, command config. Fine. Then can use the standard sync arc, just in case you need to do something here. Let's do. Okay. The function main. Yeah, I should have done unit testing, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do later unit testing. So sorry about that. Let's do then. I wanted to do a function that echo hello world. Okay, so let's just create the function here, echo action, and you're gonna get the arguments, and the argument's gonna be a array of a string. I don't need that at the moment. I don't think I need it. I just want to echo things. So I'm gonna print line this. Okay, echo max.join blah 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 blah. Perfect. And then we need to create a CLI. So let move CLI, and then can use CLI config to create a new CLI engine. So like new, then can create here bubblers. Yes. expel bubbles. Perfect. So now you can build the command. So let me move to echo command. And then here we're going to do a command config and create this command config. Echoes arguments, and then you can pass no, you can pass this guy here. I think that's fine. Yeah, 3 arguments, that's what we need. I think that's it. Let's go back to command config. Command config. Oh yeah, action. Maybe we don't need action. Well, maybe don't need it. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Um, maybe pass a vector here. Let's pass a vector here. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, pass the vector there. It's fine. Now we're gonna echo command. Gonna add the argument. Add argument. New args. I'm gonna do name as a message. Message, and then we're gonna do message to echo, and it's required. It's a required thing. Okay, and then you can CLI add command. Boom. Okay. I think I done that. Now how to run it? That's one of the things. So let's do let match. Because match get matches. If let some yeah, if the subcommand matches to echo, yes, get the value of messages, and then message the string. That's it. Okay, let's just try doing then. Cargo run example hell world example. Well, hi guys, I have to answer the door there. So okay, so I feel like I have to move the. Okay, so the problem is my examples is in my source file. I shouldn't do that. So I should move the examples to okay, sorry. I should go back here, and then I should move source examples to here, and I feel like yes. So now let's see example. So hello world example is here. Why is not? It's private. Okay, so now I can go back to the lib, and then I have to do a pub mod here, and then pub mod here. Yep. Boom. Yes. Unsolved. Not find in standard. Okay, so move that. Okay. 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 Config new. Not found config. Okay. Because we don't have an config. Of course, we don't have that, and we're not gonna be able to create a new argument there because we don't have a new argument. Okay, will be some poopies here, guys. Some poopies. So, if I wanted to add a new configuration, it needs to be something like this. Yes. Yes. Let's say add config is name help and required. So like name help and required. and then it's true. Okay, and just this two. Yes, right, right. So CLI config, add command and commands. Yeah. Okay, and so matches build CLI, and then I'm gonna add CLI here. Yes, that's the way to do it. Yes. Method variable found for reference, copy the passwords in this current scope. Method not found for arg matches. But arg matches. That args subcommand matches. Hmm. Let's just do subcommand. Subcommand. Yes. Matches subcommand. And we don't need this. Yes. Shall we pass matches arg commanders? Need args. Let's just do um yes, I think that's it. Right. Okay, and then we're gonna do CLI commands. Yes. Yes. That's what I want. And then here, instead of boot, I'm gonna get the arguments. So the submatches. Yes. And then get many. Get many yeah, message. Then wrap default, clone this, and then collect a vector. And then we can do cmd, and then in the commands, that in the command config, what I wanted to do now is execute action. Yeah. So let's go here. So cmd execute action, and then args, just the args. This match found in result. Reduce type is the board matches string result. Okay, so the result is the problem. So I have the result guy here, and what I should do? Maybe okay. So maybe don't return this guy. No. Oh wait, just return like this. Expect this guy and matches. Okay. Anytime found enum result expect. Okay. To unwrap result box. No. Okay. Yeah, but then here it's not working. Hmm. Okay. So self and the matches. And maybe we can just do this guy here. So So now, okay, so self action. I think the problem is here. The action here, passing the arc function. Just want to plus. I don't want to send the result. Maybe that's the problem. Okay. So action here, mismatch type struct found struct must find now. And then do the same there. Yeah, same here. Boom. Okay. Okay, expected reference. All right. Let's see what can I do. So yeah, because here is this guy, then this guy here is this guy. It's a vector. This is expecting an array, but this is a vector. Vector is even an array. Let command name string submatches subcommand let some command, and then it has CLI command interaction undefined. Okay, perfect. Then you get many submatches. Get many. Okay, unwrap default. Clone. Maybe you can just add a map here. Map the string. Okay. Map s the string. That's it. Perfect. Okay. So now we can do this. Clear. Not gonna do anything, but now we can do echo hello world, and boom, bada bing bada boom, we have now our hello world. It's a little bit of like of work, as you can see here, but then that's basically what we have done here. So first of all, we create the configuration where we're gonna have this later to be able to add the functionalities that we want. So rustable is gonna be added here, and then you're gonna be able to actually, from the actions that you're creating, for the commands that you're creating, you're gonna be able to actually show which rustable component you wanted to render there. So instead of like being echo, can be other things, and as well, I wanted to be able to change this as well, to actually execute any command that's passed straight to it. So like say, like for example, I have my CLI there that actually I gonna get a string input, and I wanted to have an output, and this output gonna have some rustable components into it. So let's see what's done. And then as well for SSH app, I wanted to receive. I'm gonna be able to use these into my SSH application, and then as well be able to. Sorry guys, I'm just doing some stuff here, so trying to delete some stuff. But then I wanted to be able to actually show the GUI while you SSH into the application. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna lap these changes onto the GitHub repository. I'm gonna tag the repository here on the description, and you guys can actually try to help me out if you want, and if you will. This thing is coming for free for everyone to use it, and I want to be able to help you guys to create nice and beautiful CLIs and create your SSH app in Rust. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and see you next.